Thank you, students and families, for joining us tonight to honor our student success, Ronald C. Dunlap Award winners for the 21-22 school year. This year, we are honoring 82 students in grades kindergarten through 12th grade from across the Appleton School District. Students selected exemplify one or more of the following traits: resilience, leadership, character, work ethic, and academic excellence. A few of our principals will expand upon these traits later on in this presentation. The whole concept of diversity and equity encompasses respect and acceptance. It's about understanding that each individual is unique and that uniqueness shouldn't be rejected, but embraced and celebrated. Individual differences can be along the dimensions of gender, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, religious beliefs, age, status, abilities, or other ideologies. But whatever our differences may be, we should remember that we are all human and we can find ways to coexist in a nurturing environment. You were nominated by individuals because they saw qualities in you that helped change our world. Qualities that will help our community learn to be better listeners, to celebrate the differences of our peers. Because of you, we are all wiser, more inclusive, and overall a better organization. Tonight, we will honor and remember Ron Dunlap's legacy, his dedication to equity and inclusion for all, and his positive impact on our school district, our students, our community, and our state. We will view a video featuring Ron talking about his life, including his challenges, and successes. Following the video, Ron's wife, Yvette Dunlap, will share how Ron encouraged students to give services to their community. She will also talk about Ron's Memorial Scholarship. Thank you again for joining us this evening. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Finesse Choir from Kaleidoscope Academy. The choir is directed by music teacher Mrs. Beckman. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The Student Success Program is one of my all-time favorite district events for a lot of reasons. For the success that the students have earned, the recognition they've earned, but also the memory that we have of Mr. Dunlap, the things he's done and what he's meant to all of us. He was born a very, very long time ago in Chicago, Illinois. Very long time ago to most of you students that are listening to this. He was a very exceptional baby. Very long, like 24 inches, something amazing like that. Not very chunky, but very, very long. Those of you that knew him won't be surprised, or if you've seen a picture of him.
I've shared with people here in Appleton, my childhood was very similar to kids here in Appleton. You know, I was in Scouts. I was a Cub Scout, Boy Scout, Explorer Scout. Little League baseball. In fact, I was an excellent baseball player and played it in high school. Basketball, football, and so I had a tremendous childhood.
As a young child, Mr. Dunlap always liked school. He liked school because he liked learning, he liked his friends, he liked to read, he liked music, and of course, as everybody knows, he liked sports. But you might be surprised to know that basketball wasn't the favorite sport. the favorite sport was actually baseball. And he loved to play that, maybe because he could go out in the yard or out in the park and play that with his friends and just get a bunch of kids together and play that and have a good time. But from a historic perspective, one of the things that Mr. Dunlap always remembered was that he had seen Jackie Robinson play baseball as a little boy. In the summertime when he was out of school, he would go to summer programs where he would learn to swim, play ball, camp out. You know, he'd come back with stories of camping and animals that they would see out in the the woods or wherever it was they were camping. If they saw a snake or a raccoon or something, and mind you, those were big deal things to see when you were a kid growing up in Chicago. You weren't seeing a lot of snakes and stuff. So when you got out into, you know, the more rural parts where you could see that stuff, that was a big deal. His parents went and chaperoned. That was where his dad would step in, because his mom wasn't much one for wild animals out there. Kind of like his wife, not one for wild animals. In addition to the after-school activities, summer activities, the sports that he played, the hard work he put into his studies, Mr. Dunlap played music. He was in the band, and he played the clarinet all through school, including high school, played the clarinet, and he played the piano. His parents, once again, managed to scrape up money to save for a for a piano that they had in their home up until his mom was no longer there. And he liked the piano to a degree, but one of the great regrets of Mr. Dunlap's life was that he stopped playing the piano. I guess his mom finally just gave in. Parents will appreciate this. After, you know, pushing, you're gonna learn to play this piano and everything, and he was pushing back, didn't want to do it, and so finally she was like, okay, the next child, his sister, she took up the piano. But as Mr. Dunlap continued to grow up and learn and go to school and graduate from college and do all those things, the one regret that he had from his childhood was that he didn't continue with his piano studies and practice. But the one thing that stuck with Ron, he didn't have a lot of regrets, but he had more gratitude, I would say. Very grateful, and continued to be grateful for small things, sometimes things I hadn't even noticed, and he'd be grateful for it. He would be grateful for teachers and coaches that he had when he was a child, or people that were kind to him in his adult life. You know, friends that he made once we moved to Appleton. He would be very, very grateful for just the smallest kindness and being polite, you know, showing your better self. And he knew that some of the people that were maybe teachers and coaches when he was some of your ages, well, of course they were no longer around, and he couldn't really go back and say, you know, gee, coach or Mrs. So-and-so, I really appreciated when you really pushed me a little bit to be my better self, to be a better student, to be a better athlete or a better musician. So since he couldn't pay them back, what he dedicated his life and energy and time to was paying them back by giving that kind of service and support and love and care to his students. So that was a lesson that I took away from my time with.
My family is filled with educators. So around the end of my freshman year, I made a decision to go into education. First teaching experience, full-time teaching experience, I'm assuming, was at Washington School in Maywood, Illinois, mathematics and social studies. And it was interesting, as most first-year teachers always find out. There was an opportunity that was open here in Appleton, and I used to get Education Week, as I subscribed to it. I said, oh, this looks different. Let me check this out. So I sent some information to them, and they responded. I signed a contract here in March 3rd of 1990, and becoming the first African-American administrator in the history of Appleton. And became principal of Lincoln Elementary School. Yeah, and where I stayed from 1990 until 2006. The performance gap between black students and white students in Appleton was not good. And he said, look, I would like for you to take this position as the coordinator of minority services and see what you can do to try to move this thing forward.
He always wanted to do good for Appleton, and when we first came here, and I wasn't excited about coming, I was sad about coming, I was crying because we were coming. And he said, oh, but don't you see it? Don't you see it? And now what I think is that Ron saw the Appleton, maybe not at that particular moment, but he saw the possibility of what we could be, what he could do, what students could be, what you could be, you know, as students. You know, he always, what are you going to be? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? And I think even in the early years when we first came here, and I was sad and miserable and crying about leaving my mom and leaving a good hairstylist behind, you know, he saw it. He really did. So my intent now is to see it and to tell people that I see it. I finally see it. I didn't tell him that, but I'll tell you that. And I will tell you that how proud and grateful, you know, he was to see it and to work toward what he was seeing and to try to give the students what he was seeing.
Trying to improve the situation for children of color in this state, and with the understanding that if you improve the situation for children of color, white children are also going to benefit from this. So we were looking at trying to improve the situation for all children, and that's how we approached it.
Mr. Dunlap always looked at a person from their character, who they are. Are they a good person? Are they a kind person? Are they polite? Do they help their friends? Are they helpful to their teachers? Are they kind and respectful to their parents? And those would be the kind of things that he would look at, and he would evaluate and select his friends based on those kind of things. He would always say that a friend is somebody, they don't have to look like you, they don't have to do all the same stuff, have all the same interests, but they have to be a person like you or like you want to be. So they set the example, pave the road for you to be like them in a very good way.
And when I hear about former Lincoln students, the buttons on my shirts just pop because I'm swelling with pride. It's a matter of knowledge and understanding. When I look at what I did at Lincoln, many of my students, many of my families did not know any black people. They've been, and I'm not talking about the Packers. You don't know the Packers. You see them. But I was there every day interacting with my children. And because I knew that someday these young people were going to say, well, my principal was black, and this is the kind of man he was, and this is how he carried himself.
He was always very proud. He'd be very proud today of all of you students that are receiving a recognition and receiving the Success Award. He would refer to you as my kids, my kids. He would want you to remember that he's proud of you, that he would want the best for you. He wants you to be a leader. He wants you to value your education. He's seen some things, you know. He lived overseas and he's seen people that were very poor and didn't have a lot. But then he came to Appleton and he would say, boy, if people just knew how good they have it here, how wonderful the school system is, how hard the teachers work, how hard the people that even collect the trash and the recycling, how hard they work for us to have this wonderful neighborhood, for this wonderful community.
Hello, I'm Karen Bryce, principal from Horizons Elementary School. It's my honor to be part of the celebration for the Ronald Dunlap Student Success Awards. The students nominated to receive this award demonstrate attributes that will help them be successful in life and in school. One of the attributes is leadership. Students who demonstrate leadership listen and care about the thoughts and concerns of others in their group. Another attribute is character. Students who demonstrate character do the right thing even when no one is looking. Our elementary winners are coming up. Their names will be displayed in alphabetical order by level, and you'll see a quote from the person who nominated them. Congratulations to all of our Ronald Dunlap Student Success Award winners.
Good evening. I'm Dave Miller, principal at Einstein Middle School, and I would like to congratulate all of the recipients of the 2022 Ronald Dunlap Student Success Awards. You are honored tonight because of the following attributes of resilience, leadership, character, work ethic, and academic excellence. I'd like to speak about resilience and work ethic first. Resilience is the ability to recover from difficulties. Toughness, like bouncing back from a poor grade and improving your score. Resilience is important because it gives you the strength needed to process first, then overcome hardship. Work ethic is the ability to maintain proper moral values within the workplace. It is an attitude that shapes the way an individual performs its job duties with high moral standards. An example of this is that you prioritize tasks like completing homework or studying for a test, meet deadlines, and you get things done. At this time, here are the middle school Ronald Dunlap Student Success Award winners. Each award winner received a certificate, like this, lapel pin, and the Ronald Dunlap Student Success t-shirt. Congratulations.
My name is Mark McQuaid, and I'm the principal of Appleton West High School. It's my honor and privilege to be part of tonight's festivities, and I'd like to congratulate all of the Ronald C. Dunlap Award winners. In a moment, we will be introducing the high school recipients of tonight's award, all of whom are seniors, and all of whom are very close to earning this, a high school diploma, the ultimate goal of your K-12 education. Underclassmen, we hope that you'll pay close attention to their stories and draw inspiration on your journey of academic excellence in earning a high school diploma. Mr. Dunlap believed that earning a high school diploma was so important that he attended all of the ceremonies for graduation at Appleton West High School to congratulate our newest graduates from the Appleton Area School District. Congratulations on your honor tonight, and have a great evening.
Salisha, and I am a senior at Central High School.
So my name is Gio Leon. I am a senior this year at Appleton East, and some co-curricular activities I'm involved in are soccer. I am also joined in Principal Student Cabinet, which is a little group with Mr. Mino and a bunch of other students, and we kind of talk about things that we can improve over at East. I'm also involved in Latino Club, and then I also, outside of my school life, I do work as well, and I love doing that too.
My name is Mackenzie Murphy. I'm a senior at Appleton East. I do an internship at Horizons Elementary School, and I do DECA community service events, and I do competitive cheer outside of school.
I'm Dayla Tao. I'm a senior at Appleton East High School.
Hi, my name is Olivia Cron. I'm a senior at Appleton North High School, and I enjoy art, and this past year I was my school's boys varsity basketball manager / assistant coach.
Hi, my name is Salisha. I'm a senior at FCLA, which is Fox Cities Leadership Academy, and outside of school I am involved in basketball, track, and I also work part-time at Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen.
Hi, my name is Claire Weiss. I'm a senior at Appleton North. I've been involved with the swim team over the past few years, and I've been in DECA, UNICEF. I also co-lead FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I love volunteering. I'm part of NHS, so I volunteer within NHS, but then I also volunteer outside of school with Safe Families and World Relief. And then I also am part of the student marketing internship team here at Appleton North. So I get the pleasure to work with a small business downtown, and then I also have a job at Target.
Hi, my name's Elena Coloma. I'm a junior at Valley New School. I guess one of the nice things about VNS is that there's a cool opportunity where they have a Start College Now program. So that was really nice. I got to take that. I took the CNA program at the Fox Valley Tech.
I'm Drea Fisher. I was a senior at Valley New School. A little bit about me in high school. I did a lot of projects here about like psychology and photography, and I also participated in the favorite groups here, like our anti-racism book group, and I was also a student mentor for several years.
My name is Jack. I'm a senior. I go to Valley New School. I work for Noodles and Company, and I go to the Mission Church.
Hi, my name is Sulia Chang. I'm a senior at Appleton West. Currently, I am a CNA at Rennes Rehab near Ferber and Einstein. I am also the student council president at Appleton West, as well as the Key Club president at Appleton West, and the Board of Education representative at Appleton West as well.
My name is Vo, and I am a senior at Appleton West High School.
Hi, I'm Malaysia Rush, and I'm a senior at Appleton West High School. I've been playing basketball here for the last 4 years, which has been super rewarding. I also have a part-time job at Festival in the bakery, and that's been super rewarding as well.
To ensure academic success, I make sure that I prioritize what I need to do and make sure I have time for everything, and taking classes that I know can actually help me.
So what I have done to help myself achieve or become academically successful is pushing myself beyond my boundaries or expectations, because often people draw a line or finally achieve their goal and they don't really know where to go on afterwards. So often when I have a task at hand, I try to go over those boundaries, kind of making the idea or the task seem broader than it needs to, kind of challenging myself.
So what I've done to make sure I'm successful is always hanging around the right type of people, and that's always something that I've kind of kept to myself, because if I usually hang around with people who are a bad influence to me, I tend to maybe go down that wrong path, and I don't want to do that. I want to be someone who is successful in life and is able to help out others no matter what their struggle is. Other ways to ensure that like I've been successful is kind of just joining soccer, because ever since I was a little kid, I've loved it my entire life, and to this day I still do, and that's always something I've been really passionate about, and that has helped me succeed in my life now.
Just have a positive mindset and have people around me push me to be a better self.
To ensure my academic success, I make sure to ask questions and ask for help in classes when I need it. I also like to be intentional about making sure that I'm putting forth my best foot when it comes to turning in classwork and projects. And I also like to make sure to set goals throughout this academic school year, just to make sure that I'm where I want to be.
I would say the most important thing that I have done to ensure my academic success would be pushing myself day in and day out and not giving in. When I get assignments, I complete them right away, and I ask questions when I'm confused, which has helped me to get where I am today.
To ensure my academic success, I just always try to do my best, and I don't put pressure on myself too hard, and I want to be happy with what I put out in my schoolwork, and that's how I achieve my success.
I guess towards the end of my senior year, what I really did was kind of like recenter myself. I spent a lot of time like in coffee shops. One of the great things about VNS is the flexibility, so I was able to like go down to the Copper Rock and work there, especially on our work at home days, and that just kind of allowed me to get myself out of the same environment every day and allowed me to kind of refocus on my work.
How I've been successful has been through being self-disciplined. I've been able to say no to things that I know that I wouldn't have time to do or wouldn't be something that I would enjoy. I have also been confident in myself in the things that I have done so that I can do well and be successful within the things that I do choose to put my time into.
What my school has done to help me achieve or be successful in my academics is having that support system, such as my staff and teachers providing me resources or pointing me to the right direction for what I'm looking for. Not to mention the peers that I have that they connect me with in order to make sure that we all achieve our goals. And many of the staff members and teachers are very supportive here at Appleton West too, so it helps a lot.
Central really helped me be successful in school with smaller classes and a one-on-one engagement. I think it's easier to just do work when there's a one-on-one engagement and when there is smaller classrooms.
My school has helped me be successful by holding me accountable. They also give me opportunities how to learn to be successful in the real world, and they also prepare me for my future.
Through the school, I have been able to be successful because of all the opportunities that they have presented for me through lots of clubs. I've gotten to pick which ones that I like and meet tons of new people, have new opportunities within the community and within the school. And then I've also been able to be a part of the student marketing internship, which has grown my knowledge in business, and also I've gotten to meet some fun people that work downtown.
What my school has done to help me in my success is allowing so many different classes and opportunities that are available to us students and making sure that we are able to succeed and having opportunity and resources available.
So for me, I've had and still have a lot of teachers in my life who still support me. For example, Mr. Mino, he's always been there for me, whatever I need. Ms. Nielsen, Mr. Erickson, Mr. Duke, just a bunch of my teachers. It would take a long time to name them all, but every single one of them has helped me out to become the person who I am today. Something that's helped me out a lot too is, again, soccer, just because I also have to keep my grades up if I want to play. And then a bunch of my coaches too, I like Coach Brad, Andy, Randy, and then just a bunch of my other teammates who might have graduated or who are still my teammates now have helped me become the person who I am today, and I just want to thank them all for that.
I would say that my school has helped me and pushed me to do my best on every assignment, whether it's small or big. At my school I am given the opportunity to join co-curricular activities, and that helps with not only my mental health, but it also keeps me updated in grades, because without good grades you can't participate, and it would hurt to not be able to participate in sports. So
has helped me ensure academic success by being inclusive for everybody and making sure that we have like internship opportunities so that we can learn what we need to.
I think like one of the biggest things for me was being able to like take my time, and VNS was obviously very helpful with that, with the way it's structured. But like I felt a lot of shame originally like being a super senior for like a semester, but I think like being able to take your time and slow down and like really figure out like what's the best path for you is really, really helpful. It definitely like helped me really finish things, getting that little summer break in between and getting like through the last semester I had. So I guess just like figuring out that like some things take time and there's no shame in that.
People who've made a big impact on my success in school or life, they've just always supported me and given me their best advice and told me to do my best and always was there to listen and give encouragement. And so I thank them for their help and wise words.
My mom has helped me be successful these last 4 years by holding me accountable and supporting me while chasing my goals. Her pep talks, listening ears, and advice has really come in handy these last 4 years.
So some things at the school definitely helped me out was putting me with these two teachers, Mrs. Smith and Mrs. Tricka. They helped me out tremendously this whole entire school year. I wouldn't be here personally without them, so I want a big shout out to them. They mean a lot to me. They just put me on track really and really made my life super easy when it comes to academic wise. Letting me know what I need to do, getting me to the place where I needed to be. So they've been such a big help to me. So big thanks to them. So all credit in terms of my academic wise goes to them. So I really appreciate them.
What some of my role models or adult role models that I look up to have done for me in order for me to be academically successful was pushing me towards opportunities that I didn't know were right in front of me. Sometimes they'd remind me that there was this opportunity or this academic opportunity for me to head into, and often I didn't realize it, and it took me to new avenues, open new doors.
Especially, I guess the teachers here are really helpful. My advisors, they're always there, willing to help us, guide us through, I guess, things we're struggling with. I guess also my parents have always been there and supportive.
My mom and my dad really pushed me to graduate and do good in school, and that really motivates me to just keep on pushing and graduate.
My mom has always supported me and made sure that I'm not like overwhelmed, and if I do get overwhelmed, she helps me, and just making sure that I'm on top of my stuff. She like helps a lot.
I would say that the most important thing my parents have done is help me be successful by consistently guiding me in the right direction. They don't give me the easy way out, but they push me and help me to do the best that I can every single day. When I'm hurting or something like that, they make sure that they guide me in the right direction and they lift me up and do what they can as parents to help me be successful in school and out of school.
It's been really helpful for me having weekly one-on-one meetings with my advisor. Miss Kozlowski, she is incredible and she's always been really, really helpful kind of figuring things out, and she's always been so like supportive of me, so it's been like a massive part of my success.
Yeah, so I have two aides, Mrs. Conyers and Mrs. Daniels. They are my parents that help me a lot. They've been helping me a lot through these past 4 years of my high school career, and I'm really thankful for them.
So one person that for me kind of always sticks out a lot more than others is Coach Andy, because ever since the first time I came in, I was more like the shy person on the team, and Andy kind of brought out that one leader like out of me. Ever since Andy came in, he's always supported me, always given me that tough love, and that's always something I really I'm really grateful for, because he made me the person who I am today. And then not just Andy, but also Miss Nielsen as well. She has influenced me to choose the right path in life and to always want to strive for more and just be better in life.
Some adults that have helped me become successful in academics have been definitely my youth pastors. They have supported me and helped me grow in my faith along with my mom and my parent, obviously, which has created a good foundation for me and one that I can lean on and go back to. And then also my teacher, Miss Pavelski, who helps run the student marketing internship. She has always had my back and been an encourager, always helping me find new opportunities and things that she knows that I would excel in, or even just push my boundaries and learn something new.
Well, first off, congratulations to all the elementary and middle school students for achieving or receiving the Ronald Dunlap Award. You all should be very proud of this achievement. But what I would advise to elementary and middle school students are to go beyond your boundaries or go beyond your expectations, because often you don't really see what you're expecting until you go or take a risk. And it really surprises you as to where that risk or that leap of faith takes you as you go on throughout life. So definitely take that chance when you get it.
My advice to other students out there is to just keep doing your schoolwork, keep going to school, and focus on graduating and doing your schoolwork.
Just stay on track, stay motivated, do your homework. I know that may be so like cliche or so annoying, but that's really what helped me. Just do your homework, and like by doing your homework, it will lead to other things. So like you have to do the little things first before you can do the big things. You can't just jump into the big things. So definitely do your homework, but obviously have fun at the same time. You know, can't just be all business but have no fun. You know, that's not what life is about. So definitely have a good mixture between the two. Try to balance the best that you can.
Since things get stressful, like schoolwork and stuff, I think it's still important to always do your best, even when things get hard. And I also think it's important to make sure to set aside time for yourself.
Advice for the younger kids in the Appleton Area School District would just to be like having fun and not overwhelming yourself and not overworking yourself and stressing yourself out.
If I could give any advice to younger students, it's that don't try to compare yourself to others and don't put too much pressure on yourself. You want to see what you can do, not what you can compare yourself to others, and what you can do. Just be your best and who you are, and you will succeed in life.
First, I kind of tell this to my friends. It's not awkward unless you make it awkward. I know that sometimes when you walk in the classroom and everybody's already sitting there and you came in late or something, you're like, oh my goodness, everybody's looking at me, this is so awkward. Or, I mean, there's so many different scenarios of things being awkward, but just be confident in yourself and kind of like flip your role. If you were the one sitting in the classroom and somebody came in late, are you thinking, oh my goodness, that's so awkward, like look at them? No, of course not. So why would they be thinking that of you? And then secondly, I guess, would be choose intentionally. It's kind of a motto that I've recently started to live by. So it's kind of like the THINK acronym of like, before you say something, think, is it true, helpful, inspirational, and stuff like that. But instead of just applying it to what you're going to be saying, apply that to like every aspect of your life. Like being able to say no to things or picking your battles. I know there's drama in school, so sometimes you got to pick if you're going to put effort into what's happening with all the drama, or are you going to put your effort into your schoolwork or something that matters more to you. So, yeah.
Enjoy the years you have left, but never forget about your goals and your dreams for the future. Do the little things now for the big rewards in the future.
I think a lot of stuff you're going to learn in school is going to seem like not important, and a lot of it probably is, but I'd say still like still go with it anyway, because just complaining and stuff isn't going to get you very far.
My advice for students younger than me would be to give it your all. When you come into high school, or even every single day as an elementary or a middle school student, join the clubs that you think that you might not fit in, because you never know. And when you get to high school, just because you may be scared of joining a high school sport, do it anyways, because it definitely makes a big impact in your high school career, and it also just motivates you to keep going.
Kids that are coming to high school, like the younger kids, that, you know, if you just do your work, participate in clubs, and be with friends and be with people who support you, then you're all ready to go. And then you don't have to feel as nervous or scared to start high school or be in high school, you know.
So one piece of advice that I have for more younger generation is to strive for more. No matter what it is, don't give up on what you really want, because in the end, I promise you, it's going to help out a lot and it's going to be amazing in the end.
My plans for the next 4 years are to go to college for marketing and sports management, and I want to get involved in sports as much as I can in my career and still be close to basketball, which is my favorite sport, but then still helping out my communities and visiting family and seeing the world.
My plan for after graduation is to go to school or any college to do cosmetology.
In the future, after I graduate, I plan to go to the Fox Valley Technical College to complete my, I want to be a nurse. And I might go in the future, probably somewhere like UW Oshkosh to get a bachelor's. And then, yeah, hopefully I can work in a hospital as an operating room nurse.
Next year I will be pursuing a double major in international business and then supply chain management with a minor in Chinese. Hopefully I will be going to the University of Minnesota, but I'm not completely sure if I'll be going there. And I'm not sure what I want to do as a specific profession, but I'm open, so.
So I think what's next for me is going to school, becoming an athletic trainer, and then just influencing people along the way to want to become better and want to be the best person they could be.
Next year I will be attending Crown College and I will be playing basketball for them. I plan on majoring in business and marketing, and hopefully I will be able to play overseas after. Those are my goals.
So I'm currently working at the flea market in Appleton, but my plan is to either go enroll in art college, I'm looking at a few in Chicago, or move to a larger city so that I can kind of pursue my passion in live music photography.
My plans, I want to go to college, like I want to go to Whitewater, and I want to major and minor in public relations and also digital marketing, because I love like social media and telling people about news that I love and things that I care about, stuff like that.
I wanted to do stuff with like filmmaking and costume design.
My plans after high school is to go to UW Oshkosh and minor in business, and my major is undecided, but I know that I want to work with kids. Over the summer I'm going to make sure that I'm working a lot and to ensure I get the money to prepare for college.
So my future plans for the next coming few years is to attend, as I've been admitted as a Bellin College student, to attend their medical imaging or sonography program and earn my bachelor's degree there. Afterwards, I'm planning to head into additional schooling, whether that be medical school or pursuing another degree elsewhere, and onwards to becoming a medical doctor or an OBGYN.
So in closing, I do want to ask a favor of all of the award recipients. So you didn't think you were going to have a homework assignment, but it's school, so you always have a homework assignment. But I'm going to ask you to please remember that there's a scholarship out there, and it's the Ronald C. Dunlap Memorial Scholarship. And every year, a student from one of our 4 high schools will be selected to get the scholarship. And if you don't know what a scholarship is, because you're pretty early on in your education, it's free money. Your parents know about it already. I'm sure they'll be happy to tell you. So I'd like you to just keep that in mind and know that Mr. Dunlap would be very, very proud to have recipients of the Success Award be also recipients of the Ronald C. Dunlap Memorial Scholarship. So I hope to see you in person very soon, maybe giving you some recognition or a token of my pride and appreciation for this event, the Success Award, or the Scholarship Award. And if you're out somewhere and you see me at the post office or whatever, please don't hesitate to say hello. Let me know who you are. Thank you again for your time, for your attention, but most of all, for your hard work in being a student that is successful.
In the Appleton Area School District, we celebrate success for every student, every day. Tonight's celebration reflects who we are as a district and our collective commitments as administrators, educators, and staff to ensure the success of each individual student. To our Student Success Award winners, it's a privilege to celebrate with you and your families this evening. I am proud of each and every one of you. You have worked hard and you deserve this award and this recognition. To our families, thank you for your continued partnership with us in supporting our students and their accomplishments. As winners of the Ronald C. Dunlap Student Success Award, you already exemplify many of the characteristics that Ron was known for: persistence, hard work, being a great listener, and treating all with respect and dignity. For those of you who did not know Ron, he was an educator and an administrator who encouraged everyone to be their best self, to perform to their best abilities, and to help and support others along the way. Ron was truly one of a kind, and we are honored and proud to be able to carry on his legacy through recognizing excellence in his name this evening. As you each move forward in your journey and go on to do great things in your community, our state, and beyond, I encourage you to extend your positive influence to others around you. Your group of friends, your classmates, your work colleagues, your family, your neighbors. Be known for treating others with respect and dignity. Remember that one individual can make a difference. One person can influence all of us to do better, to be better, and to never give up. You can be that person for others. We are so proud of you. Congratulations.